Time now is 12:10, and the news conference is getting underway in Amherst at the First Congregational Church, where Lucio Perez has been given sanctuary, stopping his scheduled deportation back to his native Guatemala. Let's listen in.
Who have been working for justice on Lucio's behalf, and to the leaders of the town of Amherst, who had the courage and foresight to make Amherst a sanctuary city. Before I do any of that, I need to make one thing perfectly clear. And that is this: none of us wants to be here today. None of us wanted this day to come. For months and months, First Church Amherst has been following the law, playing by the rules. We've been signing petitions, attending prayer vigils and demonstrations, learning about immigration law, training to protect our neighbors, and praying without ceasing, all so that this day would not come. All so that Lucio would be granted a stay of his deportation orders and allowed to stay in Springfield with his family. None of us wants to be here. Certainly not Lucio. Certainly not the millions of other undocumented immigrants in our country. They did not want to leave their homes and families and all they knew. But violence and poverty forced them to flee to a strange land where they have had to live in hiding. For almost 20 years, Lucio has lived in the United States, working and paying taxes, living with his wife and 3 children who are U.S. citizens, serving as a leader in his church and community, playing by the rules. Lucio, too, has tried to do things by the book. Last month, after federal immigration officials told him to report with a plane ticket to Guatemala and to be fitted with an ankle bracelet monitor, he could have fled. He could have gone into hiding. But trusting in God and loving his family, he chose to play by the rules. He got the ankle bracelet and has endured regular check-ins in his home, all because he wanted to follow the law while he was waiting for the law to do what is just, to grant him permission to remain here in the United States with his family. Yesterday, that request was denied, but there is still hope, and we still have faith. And so last night, First Church Amherst opened our doors to Lucio and invited him to take refuge in our building while his legal appeals play out. This is not an action we take lightly. At the same time, it is an action we feel that we must take. And so we come before you, we come before our government today in sadness, in humility, but also with faithful and prayerful resolve. We will stand with our brother. First Church Amherst began prayerfully considering our responsibilities to our immigrant neighbors very seriously and in a focused way back in February. At one Sunday worship service, we read and heard 18 different passages from our scriptures that tell us to love the strangers in our midst, to care for them and love them just as God does. The 18 passages we read were actually just a sampling of what the Judeo-Christian scriptures have to say about this. In the Hebrew Bible alone, there are 36 different commands to love the stranger. And in the Christian scriptures, Jesus tells us again and again to love our neighbors as ourselves, and that it is in loving the outcasts and oppressed ones in our midst that we love God with all our heart, soul, mind, and strength. We began working with other faith communities across the valley and with our neighbors here in Amherst to discern how to obey these commands, how to be true to a central tenet of our faith, which tells us to do justice, to love kindness, and to walk humbly with God. We went to meetings and trainings, we signed petitions, we formed a special ministry team, and we prayed a lot. In June, the congregation voted to become an immigrant welcoming congregation and to find concrete ways to work for immigrant justice. We had no intention of becoming a sanctuary church because we felt our building was not well suited for that. And then we learned about our neighbor Lucio. And so we prayed some more. We met together. And on a warm evening in mid-September, we decided together, prayerfully, to take Lucio in, possibly even the next day. And then we started praying harder and preparing for a day we hoped would never come. And here we are. A leader in our faith tradition has spoken of faith this way. First, you leap, and then you grow wings. We have taken a leap of faith, and we are trusting in our God and the support of this community to give us the wings of strength and courage and grace we will need to accompany our brother Lucio through this process. Last night, after Lucio arrived, a few of us formed a circle with him in his temporary home. We joined hands and bowed our heads in prayer, and Lucio led us, praising the God of justice, praising the God who has brought him this far, praising the God of love and hope. We prayed too, but it was Lucio's prayer that gave us strength. It was Lucio's prayer that moved us to tears. Today, we stand in solidarity, love, and hope with Lucio and his family. Today, we stand together in faith, trusting the goodness of our God and the faithful witness of God's people. May justice be done. And now it is my honor to introduce to you our neighbor and brother, a beloved child of God, Lucio Perez.
Buenas tardes a todos.
Hello, everybody.
Ha sido muy duro para mí lo que estoy pasando.
It's been very difficult for me, everything that's been happening.
Yo pienso que de todos los que están aquí con nosotros en esta tarde son padres y madres, ¿verdad?
I think of everyone here in this crowd right now, there's a lot of mothers and fathers.
Yo sé que sentirían el dolor cuando nos separarían de nuestros hijos.
And I know that they would feel the pain if they were separated from their children.
Ayer por la tarde yo vi la tristeza de mis hijos cuando iban para la iglesia.
Yesterday I saw my children's sadness when we left for the church.
Y yo sé que no es justo, ¿verdad? Porque yo sé que no he hecho nada malo a nadie en este lugar.
And I know it's not fair because I have not done anything bad to people in this place.
Solo he venido a trabajar, he trabajado duro para darle un futuro mejor a mis hijos.
I've only come to work and to work hard to give a better future to my children.
Y no ha sido fácil para mí desde el 2009 estar enfrentando esta situación tan difícil.
And it has not been easy for me since 2009 to be facing this very difficult situation.
Realmente Dios ama a todos por igual. Él no hace acepción de personas. No importa el color, las razas. Sabemos que para Dios somos todos los hijos de Él iguales.
I know that God loves us all equally. It doesn't matter to him color or race. We are all children of God and he loves us equally.
Pero solo le pido que que Dios hace la justicia, porque sé que no es justo lo que Él está haciendo conmigo, no solo conmigo, sé que muchos padres están enfrentando estas situaciones que está pasando hoy día.
I only ask God to give justice, and I know that it's not fair what's happening to me, what's happening to many other people.
Estoy agradecido con Dios primeramente, ¿verdad? Porque a través de Él yo he conocido muchas personas y por eso que estoy en este lugar, no estoy huyendo de la ley.
I'm very grateful to God first because it's thanks to Him that I've met many people, and I know that I'm not fleeing from the law.
Escuchamos hace un momento lo que la pastora decía, hice todo lo correcto. Aun cuando yo no tenía un griete en el pie, yo pude haber huido de otro estado, pero sé que no soy un criminal, estoy haciendo lo que la ley dice.
We heard what the pastor just said, and she said it all right. ¿Puede repetir la última cosa que había dicho? Primero que la pastora dijo bien bueno y después
Que no soy un criminal.
I'm not a criminal.
Estoy aquí para enfrentar cualquier situación. Y si ustedes pues me ayuden a orar, yo sé que todos juntos vamos a ver la victoria, lo que Dios nos va a dar.
I'm here, to confront the situation. I hope that you'll help me pray.
Hoy por la mañana tenía que estar en Nueva York, pero mis hijos me dijeron que pues si en este lugar me abrieron las puertas. Por eso tomé la decisión para venir para acá en este lugar, sabiendo que me abrieron las puertas en este lugar.
This morning I was supposed to be in New York, but I came here instead. ¿Puedes repetir la última cosa que dijo? Porque no puedo como... Okay.
Primeramente, darle gracias a Dios porque he conocido un grupo que me ha estado apoyando siempre y por eso me siento con más fuerzas.
I give great thanks to God first because He's given me this great group of people that are supporting me, and I give thanks to Him always.
Sé que pasar una situación así es tan difícil, pero sé que todo se va a lograr lo que nosotros obtenemos teniendo esa fe.
I know that I'm going through a difficult situation, but I know that having faith that we'll be able to get through it.
No es nada fácil estar separado de la familia, como lo vuelvo a repetir. Es tan difícil estar lejos de la familia.
It's not easy being separated from my family. It's a very difficult thing, but I know that we'll be able to get through it.
Solo les pido sus oraciones para que este problema se solucione y vuelva a estar juntos con mi familia.
I ask for your prayers to help solve this situation and solve this challenge that I'm facing so that I can be with my family again.
Agradezco mucho a la comunidad que me está apoyando, a los pastores que me han abierto la puerta de esta iglesia, que Dios me los bendiga mucho, y a cada uno de ustedes.
I very much appreciate this community and the pastors who are opening their doors to me so that I can be here. I appreciate it all. That's all.
Gracias, que Dios los bendiga.
Lucio Perez now speaking for the first time at the First Congregational Church in Amherst, where he is seeking sanctuary after the threat of deportation to his native Guatemala. He has lived in the United States for at least 20 years, has 3 kids, and said that I've only come to work and work hard to give a better future for my children. I am not a criminal.